Taoism, also known as Taoism, is a philosophical and spiritual tradition that originated in ancient China. Taoism's historical origins are somewhat shrouded in mystery, and it is challenging to pinpoint a single founder or moment of inception. However, it is often associated with the sage Lao-tzu, who is traditionally credited with writing the foundational text of Taoism, the Tao Te Ching. This ancient text consists of 81 short chapters that explore the nature of the Tao, wisdom, and the art of living. Lao-tzu's writings have inspired countless Taoist scholars, philosophers, and practitioners throughout history. At the heart of Taoism lies the concept of the Tao, a fundamental and ungraspable force that flows through all things. It is the source of existence, the origin of the universe, and the ultimate truth. The Tao is often symbolized by water, embodying its fluidity, adaptability, and the idea that the path to wisdom is found in yielding rather than resisting. This is the wisdom of Taoism. Before going further, do consider subscribing and liking the video. Now in this video, we will be looking at Taoist wisdom on how to build self-control, the philosophy of flow. Taoist philosophy teaches us that achieving self-control isn't about constantly resisting our natural impulses and desires. Instead, it's about embracing the natural flow of life. By doing so, we position ourselves in a place of authority over our own actions. Acceptance is a key element of this process. It involves recognizing that, as humans, we are inherently driven by various impulses and desires. Rather than battling against these impulses, take a moment to pause and observe yourself. Notice how your breath quickens, your muscles tense, and your pupils dilate when certain desires arise. These are the forces that unconsciously seek to control you, pushing you to act on your cravings. The key is not to force yourself into situations where self-control is constantly tested. Instead, create environments and routines that naturally promote discipline. This way, you expend less effort and find greater inner peace. By aligning with the natural flow of life and accepting your human nature, you can achieve self-control more effortlessly and harmoniously. Self-control is a complex concept to grasp because our bodies and minds are constantly finding new ways to do things, which are harmful for us. Our brains often find new behaviors to keep us addicted. To address this, we can apply the concept of flow from Taoism, which involves self-analysis. By understanding this concept better, you can understand the idea of flow better, like water not resisting. In Taoism, water as having no resistance is often used as a metaphor for the ideal way of living and interacting with the world. Water in its natural state is soft and yielding. It doesn't resist or oppose. Instead, it flows effortlessly, adapting to the shape of its container and finding the path of least resistance. It takes on various forms and functions without losing its essence. Water doesn't fight against obstacles. It patiently erodes them over time. One prominent example of an athlete who embodies the principles of Taoist flow in their performance is Bruce Lee. Although primarily known as a martial artist and actor, Bruce Lee's approach to martial arts and life was deeply rooted in Taoist philosophy. One of Bruce Lee's most famous quotes is, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot." This philosophy of being like water perfectly encapsulates the Taoist idea of adapting to any situation, flowing around obstacles, and taking the path of least resistance. Water, in its natural state, is soft and yielding. It doesn't resist or oppose, instead it flows effortlessly, adapting to the shape of its container and finding the path of least resistance. It takes on various forms and functions without losing its essence. Water doesn't fight against obstacles, it patiently erodes them over time. This Taoist principle suggests that we too should emulate the qualities of water in our lives. Instead of approaching challenges with force and resistance, we should learn to flow like water. This means being flexible, adaptable, and patient. It means not trying to control everything, but rather finding harmony with the natural order of things. When we resist and fight against life's inevitable challenges, we often create unnecessary stress and suffering for ourselves. But by embracing the way of water, we can navigate life's ups and downs more gracefully. We learn to accept the ebb and flow of circumstances, adjusting ourselves as needed. The idea is not to be passive, but to act with intention and wisdom, just as water doesn't aimlessly wander but follows its course with purpose. By embodying the qualities of water, we can lead more balanced, harmonious lives in alignment with the Tao, or the natural way of the universe. There are more ways to combine flow with Taoist philosophy to develop self-control. First is effortlessness. Flow doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing things with minimal effort, without struggle or resistance. It's about allowing things to unfold naturally, like a river flowing effortlessly down its course. This doesn't imply laziness or passivity, but rather intelligent, harmonious action with nature. So next time you feel frustrated or angry because something hasn't been done yet, think of the effortless action you can take. You did what you can do, and now you need to just wait and be patient to see the fruits of your labor. Second is intuition and spontaneity. Flow often involves trusting your intuition and acting spontaneously. It's about listening to your inner wisdom, which is connected to the Tao, rather than relying solely on logic or external influences. When you're in flow, decisions seem to arise naturally from within. You can utilize intuition and spontaneity for your impulsive desires. If you suddenly feel a burst of emotions and feel strongly to act on it, but your intuition's saying this will end up badly, then be active in your decision and spontaneous to stop yourself from acting on your hormonal impulsive desire, which you feel is very important in the movement. Third is absence of ego. Flow requires the absence of the ego's need for recognition or control. When individuals act in a state of flow, they set aside personal desires, agendas, and judgments. This selflessness allows them to act for the greater good and in alignment with the Tao. This will keep you away from neglecting your work, making you more patient and calm, and you will squeeze more out of yourself and become more productive and stable as a person. Fourth is resonance with nature. Taoism emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things in nature. Flow involves recognizing and aligning with these natural rhythms and patterns. It's about being aware of the cycles of nature, the changing seasons, and the ebb and flow of life. This will keep you in check that it's not you always who works endlessly on impulses, but the environment around you and things are also responsible for it to happen, and this will happen as always in life. People, things, and situations are all going to spike your emotions and make loose control, so you need to understand it's your job to get back on track. In conclusion, the wisdom of Taoism offers us a profound understanding of self-control in the modern world. It reminds us that we don't have to constantly battle our desires and impulses. By embracing the natural flow of life and accepting our human nature, we can achieve self-control with grace and ease. So, as you go about your day, take a moment to pause, observe, and align with the Tao. Seek environments and routines that nurture discipline rather than drain it. In doing so, you'll discover a newfound sense of balance and self-mastery that will empower you in the modern world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Taoist wisdom on self-control. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more enlightening content. Until next time, may you find your flow and master the art of self-control.